welcome back, or just welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be going through my most anticipated reads, and this is the stack. Let me tell you, it's huge. So, to start off, probably my most anticipated read, Binding 13. I think we all know why this is going to be anticipated. It's really popular on TikTok, YouTube, but I wanna read it. I have the entire series behind me. So when I start this, I'm literally going to be reading the entire series back to back, no break. So I'm really nervous, but I'm also really anticipating this. I cannot wait. Two Irish teenagers, rugby star, like rugby player at college, and then I don't really know the plot of this, honestly. I just know there's like characters like Shannon and Johnny, and then there's a romance, and it's really sad. I also know it's really, really sad, and I'm excited. I think she's the victim of bullying. Twin, I've been bullied in my life. Genuinely. It also still smells new, even though I bought it over a year ago. April 2024, that is insane. I'm excited to read this because it's an Irish book. Well, it's like it's Irish teenagers, and it has a lot of Irish culture in it, and I think that like the whole of Ireland has a really interesting culture, and I think it's going to be reflected in the characters in this book, I'm hoping, from what I've seen. But I cannot wait to read this. I might read this like after I read this book on my TBR. I just need a break from big series for a bit. My next anticipated read, if you saw it, The Way I Used to Be. Let me tell you, I've already read the first page of this book when I saw it in Waterstones. I might sob when I read this. There's going to be tears, I'm going to cry, and I'm going to enjoy every single second of it. This book, it's from the perspective of a girl called Eden, and she had a traumatic event that happened. I don't know how much people know about this book, so I'm going to try not to spoil it too much. She like isolates herself, and this is all of the blood, so this isn't spoilers, I'm hoping. She like isolates herself, and then she has to save herself. I think this is going to be a really nice, hopefully heartwarming in the end, but it's definitely going to make me cry based on the first page. I want to read this. This is going on my TBR soon. Like, I've currently got this basket, and then one more that's in this pile of books on my TBR. Let me tell you, this might be going in it when that's empty, because I'm not putting in new books in my TBR basket until it's empty, and this is going to be one of them, 100%. House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. This book is so big. It's so daunting, but I have got the entire series, and I want to read it. From the perspective of Bryce Quinlan, and she lives in a place called Crescent City, from what I can tell. And then she meets Hunt. Interesting names. They have to unravel the mystery of their own dark past or whatever. It seems quite interesting. I haven't really had an issue with Sarah J. Maas books. This book, I'm excited to read because of I think book 3 might have some of my favourite characters from her other series in. So I'm hoping. But this, I've seen it a lot on TikTok. A lot of people say it's really good. And I'm excited to actually start this series. City of Bones. I've had this book for way too long without even second glancing at it. But recently I've been like, I've been looking at it, and the series looks really nice on my shelf. Like, I've got the entire series, and then the Clockwork Prince, and then the Dark Artificers. Like, I have the entire universe, and I haven't even touched it yet. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm going to call him Frey because I don't know how to pronounce his first name. I can't wait to try. It's from the perspective of Frey, I believe. Never mind. It's just, I think it's from the perspective, it's about a guy called Frey who's seeing things like vampires and werewolves, and he's drawn to shadow hunters who are warriors, and it's the dark side of New York City, which I'm like really excited to read about. God Killer. I bought this because the cover, like, look how gorgeous that cover is. You're telling me you wouldn't buy this book if you saw it in a bookshop? I think I got it for like £4 too, like quite cheap. So this is about a girl who saw her a girl, my bad, I was just checking. A girl who saw her family murdered by a god when she was a child, and now she's like older, the gods were forbidden, but they still are like in the kingdom, and she makes a living killing the gods, obviously like revenge for her family or whatever, until she meets one that she can't kill because the god has bonded his soul to a young girl, and if she kills him, the girl dies too. So she has to travel with this god, which she obviously hates gods because her family's dead. I'm just really excited to read this. It just seems really like interesting. The cover's pretty. The feeling of the cover's also really nice. And there's a whole series. I'm really tempted to buy the rest of the series before I even start this book, but I'm gonna hold it out. This one I've never seen anywhere on TikTok. It's called Agent Without License, AWOL, and it's about a young boy called Kieran who finds sunglasses and a wireless earpiece, and then he wants to sell it to make quick cash, but he's actually found the next generation of a VR kit belonging to a secret agent on a mission. His friend / handler was abducted by the bad guys, and now Kieran, I don't know how to say his name. He is the only person that can like help her, and now the world want him and her dead. I bought this book, Vampire Academy, when I was out on Leavers Day with my friends. I can't wait to like read, but it seems really interesting. It's from the perspective of a mortal vampire and then her best friend and bodyguard. She has freedom, and now she has to go back to St. Vladimir Academy and must survive a world of forbidden romance, ruthless social scene, and terrifying nighttime rituals. It sounds really good. I'm really hoping this is good. It's from the perspective of Rosaline from Romeo and Juliet. I personally don't like the story of Romeo and Juliet. I think it's quite creepy, if you get what I mean. Like, so reading it from this like perspective, she's Juliet's cousin, and she's trying to warn and save her cousin from Romeo because she fell in love with him, obviously, and then she breaks it off because she doubts things that he's told her. And as we all know in the story, Juliet is 13, a child, and Romeo is not. And this is basically a story of how Rosaline is trying to save Juliet from her fate with Romeo, which I think is really interesting. The cover is really, really pretty. This book is going to make me actually sob. I just know it is. Because any book that is like this, that I've seen on TikTok, and this book I have seen on TikTok, so I know quite a bit about it, but I don't know the plot twist or anything, I'm going to ugly cry. I'm going to be proud of it, but I am going to ugly cry. This book is going to make me ugly cry. I've been crying more at books because I've become more in touch with my emotions. So reading sad books have really like hit me in the feels recently. This book I know is going to emotionally destroy me, and then when it does, I'm going to recommend it to everybody I know so that they have to go through it too. It's from the perspective of two teenagers who were friends, Autumn and Finn, and then they changed when they were growing up, you know, as you do through puberty and stuff. Finn became that boy, like popular, had lots of friends, and everybody wants to be around him. Autumn is in love with Finn, I believe, from what I'm reading, and she wants to get with him. Will she? Probably not. It's going to end tragically, I can just tell. I cannot wait to read this and have it emotionally destroy me.